Hi all. Well, I wanted to give a update. I did finally finish the ESR Army Corps box. So this is just the overview, the entire force completed. This is just everything that was in the box, geared towards, I believe, 1809 campaign. So I'll zoom in a little more and we'll get some details. Again, I had some of this in my older video. But this is just, finally everything finished. So there's the cavalry. It's hard for me to zoom in so close because you see all the errors and all the poor painting work I did on them. The whites and the flags. But I still like them. Here all the infantry. Everyone is a regiment in ESR. So I still don't understand why they're all carrying eagles, but everyone is a regiment, and it just looks really cool like that, I suppose. So there's all the regiments, the light infantry. I was not as happy as the job I did in the light infantry as with the regular infantry, and then more of the infantry, then the artillery. Each one I think represents like 3 to 6 guns. So there's the artillery, then the wagons, the engineers, pioneers, I should say, and then ESR uses Reformation areas, but these are just really cool models. The Reformation area, one of these carts with all the sandwiches and all the extra food the French army needed. One commander. Here's another artillery wagon. I guess that should be with the cannons, but all right, maybe it's carrying bullets. And then here's the second commander, the force commander, which these were great. The sculpt for the force commander, I really love painting that, and I love the poses on that. The force commander, the second Reformation area, and you see kind of like the bags in the background. And then my cavalry commander. So this guy had some name that was carved with him in the box. So it was he's based on some commander. I don't think he's supposed to look like that commander, but he's based on someone who flipped sides in 1814. But for me, he's my generic commander, and I'm not sure if ESR has if the war game company, I should say, if they plan to make packs of like specific personality figures. I'd love a Grouchy or even I'm a megalomaniac with this, so even a Napoleon. I know it's a pretty large force. I should say everything is supposed to be a regiment. So maybe Napoleon commanding this, but excuse me. I'll use Pendraken if I have to. I think those figures are lovely as well. But these were very cool. Just a little bit more about them. I'm painting some AB figures right now, and just made me appreciate how nice it was to paint these guys, these 10mm guys. My understanding is they're in resin. They're not 3D printed. I thought at one point they were, but they're not. And I mean, the way they're sculpted, the details kind of just are very easy to paint. They're a little bit raised. So it's like the straps, the white, it's actually, I didn't even use a wash on these. I don't like the wash on 10mm anyway, but this, the whites come out really easily, the straps really easily. You can really get into the details. I didn't get too detailed on this. You see, I didn't go for buttons and all, but I mean, they're on there, and you can paint them. So just made me really appreciate the figures, just how they were made. I really think this is, the future of miniatures. This resin printing, or however they came up with these. They're just very, very crisp, and not crisp, but just all the details are raised, is what I'm trying to say. The AB figures, that I'm painting. Let's see, I have one of those here. The AB figures that I'm painting. There's just, I'm working on the ABs. They're beautiful, but they're a lot. They're a lot harder to pick out the details. These you just kind of it comes right out. These are made for painting, is what I'm trying to say in a long-winded way. The only question I have with this army, again, are they going to come up with commanders, specific personalities, which I hope they do. The second thing I would love to buy, I know this is ESR and the War Game Company and that's their rules, but I would love to buy packs of just the infantry, just the guys in the back. Not the grenadiers and the voltigeurs and the eagle holders, but just the infantry in the back, and maybe have some bases, maybe larger bases with just infantry, maybe for some different rule sets, because these were, I think they're beautiful. All the figures, but just especially the standard infantry, just so fun. And just, I think, look really, really cool. So, I hope they do. I hope they come out with, more of like, well, you can buy command base and you can buy just regular infantry base. And I really hope they come up with personality figures too, made in the same way, because they would look great. I mean, a little Napoleon. I'd have a Grouchy in Pendraken, so I guess I could always use him. But the other question that I had with them is, I mounted them 4 to a base. This was like an executive decision I made very early on. I'm sorry, 8 to a base, so 4 to a row. I probably should have went with 5, looking at them, but it looks so crowded to me, and I stayed with 4, throughout the project. So I mean, now if I buy the Austrians, what should I do? Should I, which I will buy the Austrians at some point. Should I keep them with 4 or 8 to base or 10? These look a little bit more. I could see what they are, and they kind of stand out a little bit more. But the 10 to a base would be really packed. Although they look packed in mass, like mass like this. And the cavalry are supposed to be 4 to a base also. And I just put 3 in. Looked a little too crowded for me, but I mean, I see, there's pictures online of them, 10 to a base, and they look really good. So let me wind down. Again, I'm also conflicted at some point. I was thinking, should I buy the cavalry booster pack? Should I buy the artillery booster pack just to build up this French army, or should I save up for maybe 6-7 months and buy the Austrian army pack? So that's my next thought. But I'm off to paint some 18mm AB figures right now. So I hope you enjoyed. And there's the War Gaming Company ESR French Army. All the best.